Counter-Strike 2. It's finally here. Oh my god, look at these graphics, dude. Holy crap. This water is so realistic. It's like I'm actually outside. Look at that liquid. I'm literally shaking. Oh my god. Glass physics? Wow. Bro, I have legs now. Man, this game looks so beautiful on Source 2. They did an amazing job. Anyways. Ah, there we go. Now I can play. The impossible has happened, folks. Gabe Newell actually decided to use his video game production company to produce, you're not gonna believe this, a video game. The Valve stock prices soar. The gaming industry is saved. Counter-Strike 2 player numbers are about the same as CSGO. I mean, it's the same game, what did you expect? Counter-Strike is one of the most beloved franchises ever made, with hardcore fans. It's a game that can bring out the best of humanity.
This map is so beautiful, by the way. You're beautiful.
And the worst of humanity.
Hey, Striker, what happened to your head right there, bro? My name is Lamp.
He's lit 86. That meant use your pistol!
Both your smoke and your giant fat head got in the way of my shot.
Pussy boy.
You did the bad flash.
You're a little pussy boy, that's why you're saying
because you got no nipples to flash, that's why. Flat-chested bitch, you little cutting board ass bitch. Cut my apples on it.
Why would you say that to me? I thought we were friends, dude. What the fuck?
And now we finally have another entry. Despite the most noticeable change to this game being smoke physics, and the fancy new graphics, there's actually, as I predicted, some controversy. Some people are saying that this is the death of Counter-Strike.
I think this game dies. CS dies with 2. I think it does.
And others are praising the game, saying that this is a big step in the right direction. So, let's talk about it. Did Valve just prolong Counter-Strike's life another 10 years with this release? Or did they essentially sentence the franchise to eternal stagnation by adding a 2 at the end of its name? Let's find out.
That's 1. Okay, alright. Oh, your kneecaps are gone, that's 2. See if we can keep this going. Oh, I suck. I suck. I don't suck anymore. Wait, what? Wait, what?
What is that? What the fuck?
Oh, huh. Hey, it's me from the future. Bad news. You went bald. Good news. Valve has patched a lot of bugs within, like, days. These dudes are working overtime. However, I still think it's worth mentioning the issues in this video for documentation purposes. Anyways. Let's start with the most controversial topic on Counter-Strike 2. The 2. The hottest debate going on in the community right now is whether or not this even classifies as a sequel, and if completely replacing CSGO was the correct decision. Usually sequels are additive in nature, expanding on what came before it and making those polygons look sexier and sexier each game. Just because Call of Duty 20 Modern Warfare 3 Part 3 2023 is coming out, doesn't mean I can't go back and play Call of Duty 19 Modern Warfare 2 Part 2 2020. You get the point. This idea of replacing the original game entirely with a sequel kind of started with Fortnite. Obviously, the first iteration of Fortnite Battle Royale is very different from today. Overwatch 2 also did this and replaced Overwatch 1 completely. They were showered in praise and received critical acclaim. Let me ask you this. What is a true sequel to you? Is a true sequel taking the original formula and completely changing it for the sake of innovation? Well, you risk alienating the people that fell in love with your game in the first place. Is a true sequel maintaining your original formula and simply refining it, making additions to the series? Well, you risk the criticism of, this is just the original game. Copy and paste. It could have been an update. It's a very thin line that developers walk. Modern Warfare, Roman numeral 3, is coming out at the full price of $70. No! For essentially what is the same game they've been giving you since Modern Warfare 2019. Ooh, but this game has slide canceling that was removed in this game because this game had it, so they removed it and now it's back. Anyways, just give us praise. Is this worth $70? No, you're getting scammed.
Wake up.
In my eyes, Counter-Strike 2 deserves to be called a sequel. However, a big, fat however. That doesn't mean it don't got some issues, aight? You ain't off the hook, buddy. There's a lot to cover, so get comfy with some popcorn, some code Kelski G Fuel, 20% off by the way, and enjoy the show. Look, I love the Source engine. It's been the diamond hard backbone for some of the greatest video games ever made. It's also very old. The original Source engine was succeeded by Source 2 around 2014. Valve had a new baby to take care of, so Source 1 wasn't getting as much love anymore. This was almost 10 years ago. CSGO has been essentially running on an engine made of fucking Lincoln Logs. While its foundations are solid, its back-end tech leaves a lot to be desired. It's an engine that has no idea how to properly use a GPU, since its power is CPU bound. Oh, you bought an RTX 3070? That's great, honey. Here's 48 FPS. In CSGO, you could barely even change your graphics settings in-game without risk of your game imploding.
Oh, okay. My game just crashed. Lovely.
Valve essentially bulldozed CSGO and rebuilt most of the game for Source 2, as opposed to just simply porting the game. Counter-Strike 2 is a new foundation that Valve can build on for the future, without all the technical debt and issues it had before. Although, that doesn't mean that it doesn't have new issues, but we can get to that later.
Graphic design is my passion.
Counter-Strike 2's UI and UX has been vastly improved.
Where's my name tag attached to? I can't tell. Is it like, oh, it's my dick?
Everything is like one button click away. You get to see your homies now. The buy menu isn't this god-awful Rockstar wheel anymore. You can refund stuff, dear god, yes. You can ping now, if you can aim properly. They actually took a page from Valorant's book where it now shows a little animation when you get a kill. Except it's way less annoying and messy looking. Also, fun fact, did you know the skulls on your kill cards actually change depending on how you get the kill? A normal body shot gives you a normal skull. Headshots give you a skull with a hole in the head. Grenade kills give you a blast icon, and so on. It's fucking sick. I love it. I know some people don't like the new UI, but hey, it could have been way worse, alright? God, I hate this Hulu looking ass UI trend. Burn it down, burn it down. I will say though, I wish it was easier to tell at a quick glance how many people are still alive. In CSGO, they replaced your avatar with a skull, but in CS2, they just kinda dim it. It sucks. Also, not having the option to simply have numbers here like in CSGO also needs to come back. Oh, hey, it's me from the future again. They fixed this, yay. So now you can make it so during intermission, you can see everyone's beautiful avatars. But during the round, it switches to numbers so you can get the essential information. Thank you, Valve. Also, you're a millionaire, but still bald. Anyways, it's also really cool how you can see how many kills someone has and how much damage you dealt and was dealt to you. So if you're raging because that guy ate your bullets like an all-you-can-eat buffet, now you can know if you actually hit him or not. I do think there should be an option to customize the HUD further, or at least have the legacy HUD. Mo options, mo happiness, or something like that. Also, you can't flip the view model anymore. Why?
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
I'm sure Valve will probably add this soon. It may even be added by the time this video comes out, I don't know. But just weird it wasn't there at launch. Overall, I personally like the new HUD look. It looks sleek, modern. It looks good, right alongside the good-looking...
Things are gonna get crazy.
God damn, this game is so nice on the eyes. I want to wine and dine these graphics. It looks so real. It's very clear that Valve is flexing its Source 2 engine with brand spanking new water physics, smoke physics, glass physics, ass physics.
Hey, oh damn, oh shit.
I hate this group.
But guess what? There's some controversy. Ah, man. While the pretty graphics are nice, that also comes with a minimum spec requirement increase. Although, the new minimum specs aren't insane or anything. Pretty much any GPU with at least 1 GB of RAM can run this game, while CSGO needed at least a 256 MB video card. To a lot of people, this may not seem like a big deal.
What do you mean you can't run this game? Just upgrade, bro. I can run this game easy.
Hey, keep it down under there. Your mother is trying to sleep. Here's the thing. Valve games are famous for being some of the most easily accessible games ever made. They're so popular because you can play them on almost anything. I wouldn't be surprised if you could run Team Fortress 2 on a goddamn iPod Touch. Hell, you can probably run it on the Counter-Strike bomb.
Let's go smoke.
No, he's there, man. Oh, tasty.
Raising the bar for entry, even if by a little bit, has cut off hundreds, probably thousands of players from playing the game they had no issues with before. Should these people probably upgrade from their 1993 Dell computer? Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it's just a fact that as games evolve, you also have to evolve your hardware to keep up with it. Now, I'm not saying that you need to spend $2,000 on a new PC to play CS2, because the minimum specs are pretty generous. Way more generous than other games who don't deserve it. But you also can't expect gaming companies to keep on supporting hardware that is like almost 2 decades old. I'm sure there's tons of people still mad they can't play the newest Call of Duty on their Xbox 360. Quick side tangent. But seeing this game on Source 2 just makes me even more depressed that we'll probably never get a non-VR Half-Life game. I know Half-Life Alyx is beautiful from what I've seen, but come on, man. Imagine another PC Half-Life game with this new tech. Hell, I'd even take a Left 4 Dead 2 Source version. Dear God, Gaben, please. While you can always turn down all of your graphics to low to make the game look like Play-Doh, the new requirements are mostly for the new physics simulation. Something you can't turn off, because it's directly tied to the
I'll teabag your dad, and I'll teabag your mom.
The gameplay of Counter-Strike 2 still feels like, well, Counter-Strike. It's just one of the tightest FPS games on the market. The guns all have a relatively predictable spray pattern that you can learn. There's only 4 throwables, each with their very specific and unique function. Counter-Strike's greatest strength is its simplicity. It's a game that anyone can pick up. In fact, they even added an option to have your reticle actually follow your weapon spray. That is fucking cool. It doesn't offer any advantages, and helps new players understand how shooting works, especially if they're coming from other FPS games. Counter-Strike 2 follows this legacy. They didn't add in sprinting or clambering just because other FPS games are doing it. See, Valve doesn't give a shit. They have confidence in their formula. Clearly, it's working. The complete lack of random abilities that completely throw the gameplay loop into chaos is why Counter-Strike is so addicting. You don't see anyone complaining that people playing in the NBA aren't using like brass knuckles and moon shoes. Basketball doesn't need anything flashy, because the core simplicity of 2 teams trying to get a ball into a circle is fun to watch. People were clowning on Counter-Strike 2 because its main marketing material was about smoke grenades. But this shit is actually a game changer, okay?
Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool.
I can't think of a single other title that has smoke that you can push around and punch holes through. That is insanely impressive. It completely changes the way smokes impact the game.
Great smokes.
Oh, wow. I blinded myself.
Get it, Pilk. You're fucking up that wall.
I couldn't see shit.
And it gives grenades even more utility now, since you can use one to disperse it momentarily, or save it for a kill. I will say that CS2 does feel different from CSGO, but just slightly. I don't know if it's the strafe speed or if weapon spray patterns have changed a little bit, but it does feel different. Like I said in my last video, this is a very long and established franchise. Obviously, the slightest change to movement and shooting is going to light the community on fire. But honestly, I still think it's one of the best handling shooters on the market. For the most part. Counter-Strike 2 did not have a smooth launch. While I think Counter-Strike 2 is a very good new foundation for the future, that foundation has some cracks and leaks in the form of...
What has he got?
Before I lose my goddamn marbles, let's start with the more lighthearted stuff. This is the funniest bug I've ever seen in a shooter. My pronouns must be he, because this game got me feeling like the smoothest criminal, bro. This bug got so much attention that Valve actually updated the Counter-Strike Twitter banner to this. Unfortunately though, this was patched within like a day of it being discovered. For those who don't know, Valve actually collaborated with Star Wars, bringing to millions of gamers the Stormtrooper experience, since you couldn't hit shit in this game. So the hitboxes were not aligned with the player models at all. Valve fixed this relatively fast, thankfully. However, as fast as Valve is patching bugs, it seems that new stuff is being discovered equally as fast. Although this is pretty sick, can't even lie. Now let's move on to the bad end of the spectrum, sub-tick servers. This is one of the most garbage networking systems I have ever seen. Halo Infinite has better networking than this, and that game's networking is held together by Elmer's glue and prayers. For people who don't know what ticks are in servers, I'll explain it briefly. It's very boring, so I'll do it in a way that most people can understand. Basically, ticks are intervals of time where the game's server registers actions. So you press the fire button, but the game doesn't register that shot until the server's tick interval happens. The faster the rate of ticks, the more accurate that what you do on your screen is actually what is happening in the game. Alright, you still awake?
Wake up.
So Valve introduced sub-ticks, which is supposed to make it so it doesn't matter what tick rate the server is at, because it'll update in between, meaning...
So what you see is what you get. So what you see is what you get. So what you see is what you get.
What? Clearly, that's not the case. This is still a massive issue. So much so that I don't even want to play comp right now because the system makes peaks literally make no sense. Watch this.
Nice.
What the fuck? Do you see that?
Excuse me, what?
In a game with one-shot headshots, this just won't fly, my guy. You are Gabe motherfucking Newell.
Hi, this is Gabe.
Owner of Valve, worth more than $10 million. And you can't afford to have 128 tick servers? A head crab upon thee. I don't know what Valve is gonna do, because an issue like this is gonna take more than a simple hotfix. If they can't get this sub-tick thing to work, they're gonna have to redo the game's networking, which might take some time. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Finally, let's talk about content. The sting of CS2 replacing CSGO wouldn't be that bad if it had everything CSGO had, right? I mean, it is Counter-Strike 2. Maybe they added some new modes or maps perhaps. Valve, what the fuck is this? Where's Demolition? Arms Race? Danger Zone, for the 7 people who play it. This game was clearly not ready to come out. I'm giving Valve the benefit of the doubt that they aren't intentionally cutting this content forever, and that it just needed some more time in the Source 2 oven. Content-wise, this is completely unacceptable for a sequel. Look, I understand why Valve replaced CSGO with CS2. If they kept both running, it would have decimated the strong, unified player population it has right now. Splitting their user base probably isn't the best idea, but I still think that it's the incorrect decision. Yes, you can still access CSGO, but it should still be playable online. Everybody should care about game preservation. I'm looking at you, Nintendo.
Hello! I like money.
Do I think Counter-Strike 2 killed the franchise? No. If anything, this was a necessary step if Valve wants to continue to support and make additions to Counter-Strike without the weight of Source 1.
I just collided. I just fucking collided.
Ow.
Ain't no way.
Do I think they rushed it?
What just happened to my sniper?
Hell yes. Although, CSGO took years to get into a decent state. I'm sure some of you remember that. Valve is clearly pushing out updates at a rapid pace for CS2. A lot of bugs have been fixed, and I do think that in the not too far future, that they will add the rest of the maps and modes. Also, I'm sure community servers will also be back. At least, they better. The tools that Source 2 provides for the community are insanely powerful, and will make it even easier to create content for Counter-Strike. I think the future is bright. This has kind of always been Valve's style. They release a game with a formula, and people love it. Then, if that game gets a sequel, they usually try to perfect that formula. It's like the final form of whatever they wanted to make. Counter-Strike 2 is Valve's perfected formula. They've made massive quality of life improvements, they fixed and innovated smoke grenades that no other game has really done yet, it has a proper ranking system now, and there's now new tools to build content. This next chapter of Counter-Strike is just beginning, although the cultural impact, memes, and moments that CSGO provided will never ever be forgotten. And we can only hope that Counter-Strike 2 can do the same.
Stewie's won the round. We're going to overtime. Target have done it. How have they done that?
Hey yo, so when Counter-Strike 3 coming out though? Sorry if I missed anything, there's just a lot to talk about. That's all from me though. Here's a picture of my dog for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.